We are in a very exciting moment in our lives. No longer can we make excuses for not getting to work. If there's a blizzard, your boss will see you on Zoom. If you're sick as a dog, you can't just call in and say, I'm not feeling good. Oh no, your boss will see you on Zoom. If you need a babysitter for your kid, for that, your boss will see you on Zoom. Those of you who have invested in Zoom, I'm sure that your portfolio has grown exponentially at this point. Make sure that you share a little bit of the wealth with us. We would appreciate it. Fellow Toastmasters and guests, Zoom and many online platforms like it have put us in the forefront. No longer can we be made in the background and anonymous. Back in January, I was talking to my friend Josephine. We were having dinner, and she relates a story to me about her experience in the subway. She says, "What? Do you believe it? Oh my God!" I look to my right, and there's this young woman. She takes out her cell phone, presses it on camera mode, and she goes, "Yes, that's wonderful." Can you believe it, Marge, how soft people have become? So fast forward to March 2020. It's now COVID-19 time, right? And now we're on the phone. She tells me, "What? Can you believe it? Oh my God, we have Zoom meetings all the time. Now I have to worry about my makeup, my hair, my clothes from the waist up, thank God, and the background. Watch, I'll let that woman on the subway." So I tell her, "Joe, welcome to the new normal." Fellow Toastmasters, it is an interesting time that we're in, isn't it? And we have to try to embrace this platform that we have been given and consider it a blessing. It's a joy to speak to you at this very moment in time in our lives. So the idea for this workshop came as a result of my coaching Mario Lewis toward his District 46 International Speech win. Yes, a lot of this, well-deserved. Also, I will be incorporating hints and ideas from news reporter Kathleen Barrett, whose Zoom presentation I went to this past Wednesday. We will be covering 3 P's: perspective, preparation, and presentation. What does it mean to have a new perspective? It means that we are able to look at a subject, and rather than push it aside, we say, "Hey, let's look into this. Let's delve into this information. Let's open our eyes. Let's massage it, investigate it, and see if it fits me." Right? So we have to consider this as a blessing, as a new stage, if you will, that we are going to conquer and be good at. So let's delve deeper into perspective. Why is it that we rebel against new situations and new platforms? It's because we enjoy the comfort of the old, right? It's easy to be comfortable and to get used to the old ways or the old platforms. Well, guess what? Zoom is here to stay. And I believe that once employers start looking at how much money they save on electricity, insurance, lawsuits, you name it, more employees will be required to work from home. So Zoom is here to stay. Now that we have looked into changing your perspective, we will delve into preparation. To prepare means that we set ourselves for success. We will cover the 7 steps of preparation. The first one is craft your speech. Notice that I said craft your speech, not write your speech. Mario Lewis will be covering crafting your speech in his workshop on June the 24th. So write that date down. because it will be good information for you to incorporate. When you craft your speech, you have to look at how will this speech fit this new online platform? How will it be received by your virtual public? And those are the things that you have to consider. Okay, once you have crafted your speech and you have incorporated within you to the point where you go to sleep and you think about the speech, you wake up and you think about the speech, you take a shower and you think about the speech, now you're ready for step 2, which is schedule an online meeting with your mentor and an outside Toastmaster. So why do I say this? When we join Toastmasters, we join to improve our presentations and communication skills. But at some point, we have to take that skill out into the world, right? And so this is why it's important to have a 360 perspective. By having an outside Toastmaster, you will be able to see the whole scope and the whole picture of your delivery, your words, your intonation, all of those things. Okay, so you're delivering a speech, everything is going great, and suddenly the something is wrong with your audio visual connection. That's a very important issue. When the District 46 audiovisual team got together with Mario and the other competitors, they told them to unhook the Wi-Fi and just hook directly into the modem. Why is this? Well, it's because, as we know, Wi-Fi was meant simply so that everyone in the household can use their mobile devices anywhere around the house. But in a competition, that can work against you. If everybody in the house is using Wi-Fi and you're trying to deliver a speech that has value, and you go through, you will be disqualified. And in fact, even if you're delivering a presentation professionally, it will affect you as well. So remember, unhook the Wi-Fi and hook into the modem. Okay, so you have crafted your speech. You scheduled your online meeting. You ensured that the audio-visual connection is on point. And as you're delivering your speech, something is not right. The angle is a little different. And it doesn't fit your presence and what you're trying to convey to your audience. We have to look at camera management. It's crucial. Camera management will determine whether a presentation works for you or against you. One of the requirements that the audiovisual team at District 46 told their competitors is that they had to be shown from the top to at least the thigh area. And this is the reason why I delivered this presentation standing up today, so that you can see exactly what you should look like. And in fact, if you're delivering a presentation professionally, this is a good idea as well. So there are 3 types of cameras that we're going to look at. The first one is the built-in camera in your laptop. Now this is what I have. So you have to place it on top of a surface that is at least above eye level. So right now I have my laptop on top of my 4-drawer file cabinet, so that this way I can look directly at you, right? And this is the whole idea. I have to be able to connect you with me because the camera loves you. Now we go into the desktop. Now this is a bit of a conundrum, the desktop with a built-in camera. Most people set up their desktops either to the left or to the right, and not in the middle. That may work for your everyday life, but when it comes to competition or speaking to someone professionally, it does not work because you're talking to someone this way and this way, disconnecting yourself from your audience. So remove all the stuff from the center, move that desktop to the middle, And if you see that when you stand up, that all you see is from here down, that means you have to prop it on something, maybe add some books so that you can lift it so that the camera is above eye level. If that doesn't work, I know that they sell these racks. They look like they almost expand and contract like an accordion. You could place a desktop on that and bring it up just a bit so that it's above eye level. And that is extremely important. And in fact, again, like I say, even in a professional venue, it's good to have the camera above eye level. The third type of camera is the external camera. Now, these cameras were designed for those laptops and desktops that do not have built-in cameras. And this is the type that Mario has. And it was really an issue trying to figure out what way he can place the camera so it wouldn't move, so that this way, when he delivered the speech, there was no image distortion. But after working with it for a little bit, he was able to figure it out. But I have a hint for you. If you put a piece of tape behind the camera, then that will help tremendously to keep it steady. And make sure that the angle is correct. For example, right now, I have the top of my laptop a little bit tilted forward, so that this way you're able to see me completely. If I push it to the back, all you will see is from here up, and I want you to see my whole body. So, oh, and another, I almost forgot something else regarding camera management, especially with external cameras. Sometimes, if there's not enough lighting, it'll go into autofocus, so that this way it can compensate for the low light. So keep that in mind. All right, so we have covered crafting your speech, scheduling an online meeting, looking at the audio-visual connection, your camera management, and we get into lighting. 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 And I say that 3 times because it's so important to have good light. When Mario was practicing his speech, I noticed that the whole right side of his face could not be seen. He looked like Pagliacci, right? But it's important for both sides of the face to be seen. So how do you compensate for that? Well, it all depends the time of day. If you happen to deliver your speech in the afternoon, you're very fortunate because you will have sufficient light. And there are times that you still may have to add additional lighting. In Mario's case, he was competitor number 5. It was 12 noon. The lighting was perfect, but he still had to add a little light on the right-hand side. He also had to change the furniture, believe it or not, in his home office so that he could get that maximum light. You want the light to come from the sides, not from the back, because if you have light in the back, it creates a halo effect. So make sure, definitely, that you have light coming from the sides. So, you have crafted your speech, you schedule your online meeting, your audio-visual connection is top-notch, you've managed the camera so it's at the right angle, your lighting is perfect. What happens if the background is too busy? People do not see you. They see the background. Oh, look at that picture of that little kid. Oh, how cute. Oh my God. Look at that work of art. That looks wonderful. But they're not looking at you, right? You are the work of art that they should be looking at, not the background. So it's best to keep a background that's clear as you possibly can provide. If you need to have maybe one object, have an object that's somehow related to your speech. So this way it creates a subliminal message. And it indirectly connects the audience. In fact, marketeers use that all the time, the subliminal messages. So keep that in mind because sometimes that works. Okay. So, and before I get further, before I go into the next step, regarding background. If you are delivering a speech sitting down, do not use a virtual background. A virtual background distorts your image unless you have a green screen behind it, and still, it doesn't come out as sharp as it should be. The most important thing, especially when you're delivering a speech sitting down is that the shots should be tight, right? So you shouldn't have so much space around you. It should be tight. In other words, you should be able to show them from here, like a picture. You are a beautiful work of art, and that's what people should see. Okay, so you have crafted your speech. You've scheduled your online meeting. Your audiovisual connection is wonderful. Your camera management is top notch. Your lighting is acceptable, beyond acceptable, and you have cleared your background. Now, we have to take care of the foreground, which is you. You are the foreground. So we're slowly completing the foundation for you, the work of art. So let's get started. When we dress up, we have to dress with intention. We should contrast with our background, not blend into the background. My favorite colors are red, as I have on today, and purple. So wear colors that spark joy, like Marie Kondo says all the time. Spark joy. And this is the whole, I guess, idea about delivering a workshop online. It sparks joy. It really does. Because regardless of whether I'm here and you're there or live, I should be able to spark joy to you. And that is the whole point of conquering and making this medium, internalizing this medium and making it your own. So dress with intention. Wear colors that make you happy and spark joy. Because if you're happy, your public and that camera that loves you will be happy. The most unattractive colors for both men and women to wear is tan and brown. Tan and brown does nothing for you. All it does is it detracts from your facial features. So if you have anything that's brown or tan, bye-bye. Brown or tan is good for nature, but not for us. It just doesn't look good. Makeup. Ladies, when you're delivering a speech on camera, makeup has to be a little heavier than in person. For men, you don't have to worry. Men are naturally beautiful. You just are. In fact, my niece Carmen was 15 years old when she came to that realization. She tells me, Titi Maji, I've been thinking. And I told her, yeah, baby, what are you thinking about? She says, men are naturally beautiful. They are. Think about it. We have to go to makeup, hair, dress, because we have to be attracted for them. But no, they are who they are. They are beautiful. And I guess, in a sense, she's right. So you guys are lucky. For those who have a little shine on the top of your head, or you could put some powder so that it doesn't shine that much, and it'll help tremendously with your appearance. Ladies, jewelry. Keep the jewelry to a minimum. Don't wear jewelry that dangles and makes noise, because that will distort your message to your audience out there. Okay. So we have covered the 7 steps of preparation. Crafting your speech, scheduling an online meeting. Your audiovisual connection is top notch. Your camera management is on point. Your lighting is bright. Your background and your appearance or your foreground. We have set the stage just like you would set up an art piece, right? Where you use gesso to paint the canvas, and after you put the gesso, then you start adding the colors to build this art piece. This is what you're doing when you're presenting. You're building an art piece. So we have finished the 7 steps of presentation. Now I would like you to stretch. Yes, stretch. Yes. Stretch. Raise your arms. Stretch your fingers. Move your body. And breathe. Breathe.